Hey, what's up? Beyond the Red Pill again. Yeah, you got pulled in again, and yes, this is all about the soul. But today, I want to ask a very personal question. This hasn't to do with much, but why doesn't anybody know much about the Moors? And I need to spell that Moors. Why doesn't anybody know about the Moors? Why is that? Why hasn't history or history class taught us this? You know, I'm not gonna go into much, but I took a few notes. You know what I'm saying? Early 700 to 750, the Moors ruled Spain. Okay, they did that for about 800 years. Um, Introduced new scientific techniques to Europe, such as the astrolabe, a device for measuring the position of stars, and chemistry, physics, mathematics, geography, and philosophy. The Moors, but we don't know who they are. Um, Cordia, the heart of the Moorish territory in Spain. So they ruled Spain. Education was universal in Moorish Spain, available to any, while in Christian Europe 99% of the population were illiterate, and even kings couldn't read or write. At the time, Europe had only 2 universities. The Moors had 17 great universities. They had 70 public libraries, 600,000 manuscripts. So they were great teachers. But why don't we know of these great teachers? Why did they just disappear, off the face of the earth? Um, why did the Moors had surrendered in 1492 and were exiled in 1609. The slave trade started in 1619. And just to say, the Moors were basically descendants of the Gnostics, who were Egyptians. Um, and the Moors were Muslim. But if you really want to understand the Moors, you can Google Wikipedia and all that, but really just read the goddamn Bible. And it's the fucking Moorish history right in your face. Because somehow, some way, the European got control of the Moors. I'm not gonna say somehow, some way. The Moors were arrogant and they got, stepped on their own toes. And the stupid was able to catch them slipping. And that's what happened. But we can't dwell on that in the past or whatever. But it's good to know that your history is a fucking lie. And you've been lied to. And Wakanda is a piece of shit. And it's not the truth. And anybody going like, hey, Wakanda this, is an idiot. And they just don't know anything. And that's all I can say. You're just as dumb as the European was. But not dumb to where you can rule a country. You know what I mean? Where you can claim that power. You know? But yeah, it's like we don't know about them though. And when they got exiled in 1609, the slave trade started in 1619, and that's where they start your history at, 1619. But you had an entire reign of power. You just had to deal with the white Romans and the white Greeks, and you had to just deal with the European killing black civilizations and claiming it as their own. And it basically started the slave trade, and the Moors helped. So it was that's why a lot of black people were slaves at that time. It was just African people were brought over. Like, Africans understand this truth, they know this truth, but yet and still, what's so backwards is they go and adopt Christianity. And Christianity was basically the ruling cause of a lot of the civil wars in Africa anyways, during the Constantine Crusades and all that bullshit. And it's like I said, man, like, why doesn't anybody know about the Moors? But yet, in South Park, the kids will be playing medieval battles and say the Moors are coming. And in some movies, in Borgia, they were like, we're fighting the last of the Moors, but you never see who the Moors are or what they look like. You know what I mean? Because they don't want you to know who ruled the world prior to the European world that we live in now and the colonization that we live in now. And in this video I ran too long and I gotta go. Bye, peace.